Hey everybody, welcome to another Toy of the Day here on CastorsCorner.com. We're so happy you can join us. You can check out a full gallery of these figures up on CastorsCorner.com. You can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts, new episodes, and catch up on old episodes too. What else? Oh, follow us. We're at Castors Corner on all social media. So what do we have for you tonight? Well, we're taking a look at two figures from the What If wave. We've been kind of on and off taking a look at them, kind of giving you a break, so it's not every day a Marvel Legend figure. We have a lot of them lately. So we're taking a look at Doctor Strange here. I'm trying to get the cape plugged in. So we're taking a look at Doctor Strange and our Build-A-Figure here, Utat, the Watcher. First time MCU Watcher, really kind of impressed with it. They did a really good job with it. I'm trying to think, should I do the Watcher first or talk about Strange? We'll talk about Strange, then we'll get to the Watcher. Actually, we'll do the Watcher first. Okay, so full gallery, turnarounds of it and everything. So the Watcher is not the most dynamic figure in the world. It's not the most dynamic character in the world. He stands there and he watches. That's what he does. But he's been a big part of the Marvel Universe and part of What If since its inception. Helped kind of let us know about Galactus. And so he has had a big part in Marvel's history, chronicling it as well as being a part of it in a lot of different ways. So this is our first MCU Watcher. I don't think he looks that animated. I think he kind of fits in with the overall aesthetics. He kind of just hovers above your collection here. He's just going to kind of watch over everything. He is a larger figure, so you can see him standing next to Strange. He's kind of like 1.5 times the size of a normal figure. He's got a lot of kind of moving parts here. So the cape and the back piece here, they usually fall off. This kind of just comes out. There's a big plug in his back, and then this kind of pops off. The two together kind of really hold each other in. So I think overall the royal blue color for him, it's a much deeper blue in person. The one thing I will say is the arm pegs on here are very, very small, very, very tiny. We're used to a different dimension for when snapping in arm pegs on a Build-A-Figure. So I really had to heat up the torso to get the arms to fully engage in the sockets here. So I will say that was my biggest criticism of this. He is, once you kind of put him together, he is together. I'm sure you could pull him apart if you wanted to, but I don't really feel there's a need to. And he stands just fine. He's pretty well balanced. The cape kind of gives him an extra balance point. It goes down below, so it kind of just helps him kind of stand and watch over your other toys. I think maybe I can balance him, maybe I can't. But I think he's a great addition. And he's a perfect Build-A-Figure because I don't think he would sell as well as a Hydra Stomper did. I think the Hydra Stomper was a figure that people will want to buy. It's Steve Rogers, is part of Captain Carter. He is very obscure, and even though he's the star of the What If series and the narrator, I don't know if he'd sell as well on his own. He might pegworm. So the idea that he is the Build-A-Figure was a perfect mix for that. The other figure is Doctor Strange, who had one of the more compelling stories in What If. I think they were all really good. His was just heartbreaking. The idea of just trying to save your heart and the lengths that you would go to do that, the things you would sacrifice, the things you would change. I think it really spoke to who Doctor Strange is, who Stephen Strange is, and it didn't come across as evil necessarily. I think by the end he really saw the villain that he became in his own episode. But I don't think at any point up to that final point that he really thought he was the villain. And you can see this in the movie version of Doctor Strange. His thirst for knowledge and his search to be the best. This definitely took a different turn here, and I think it's a really good figure. The colors are very vibrant. They're different than the standard Doctor Strange colors. It's a darker color palette with purple instead of red. So it's much different. The cape is black. The detailing is really impressive on the inside of the cape. It's very glossy and shiny. It's got all the little lines on it. I will say the peg and the peg hole for the cape don't seat as well as I would want them to. It's not bad, but once you start posing him out, the cape does pop off a lot. So kind of re-engaging the cape and putting it in the right position. The Spider-Man cape definitely held better, and Sylvie's cloak act definitely held the best of all the capes in this wave. He does come with one alternate spell casting hand. Right here. And personally, I can't wait for a possible, and I have no inside knowledge, I don't really know. There's your spell casting hand. I noticed this too. His when putting this on and off, his arm does disengage at the cut here, at the shoulder cut. A lot. Both arms actually did. As I was kind of posing it out and using that. He is upper torso's pinless, lower torso's not, or legs are not. I'm hoping for a wave 2. I want the rest of the Guardians of the Multiverse. Definitely want that Black Widow. Kind of want that Hawkeye. Thor, I can kind of go either or. I think we can use one of the old Thors, although there's slight differences. A Frost Giant Loki would be great as a Build-A-Figure. And we need that Ultron, the Vision Ultron, the Ultimate Ultron there, for sure. And maybe a couple more zombies. Zombies would be a lot of fun. And Happy, we need a Happy. Like we need at least another shirted, short sleeve shirt guy that isn't what's his name? That isn't Hydro Man. It isn't Luke Cage. We need something kind of in between to give us some more options for that. But here, Doctor Strange and the Watcher. I think they're great additions. I think the perfect choices for a spoiler-free wave that really didn't give anything away that we didn't see in trailers or posters. So I think that they did an amazing job putting those together. But now let's go back and get us a better wave 2, because only building out a better world here for wave 2 for sure. So you can check out a full gallery of both of these guys up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Castors Corner on all social media. Check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts. But as always, if you're missing anything, links are all down below. You can check out our archive. You can check out our archives of podcasts and hit the subscribe button. The more of you that subscribe, please, please, please subscribe. The more cool things we get to do and we get to share them with you. And honestly, it's not about monetizing the channel. It is not about like my ego. It really is our metric to be able to get into these rooms and talk to these people that make the toys and go to the conventions and things. So we really just want to go so we can bring the news to you, because that's really why I started the whole thing. So thank you guys for watching. As we say every night, Jaxie, we love you, we miss you, and we wish you were here. And for those of you coming back tomorrow, we will see you here on our YouTube channel for another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com. Have a good night, everyone.